In 2013, at the end of the year, the club where Ignite was based in was closed for redevelopment. And so because of that, we were forced to move out from a venue that was in town all the way to Changi Beach Club, which is far east of Singapore, probably further than the airport. And because of that move, we lost 90% of our clientele. We went from 250 students to 25 students. So it was a really big blow for me. And for me, I felt that anything and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Our logo actually has a cross on it, and our motto is taken from Matthew 5:16, the words of Jesus that says, or who says, "Let your light shine before men, so that all may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." The focus of the company when it was founded was not on success and trophies. The problem came when I started to be working and I got carried away with the trophies and I got carried away with the awards, and then looking at the financial statements and looking at the revenue and looking at that, and I got sucked into the rat race and I lost track of what we started Ignite for. And I thank God today that we fell. It was humbling. It was humbling because it allowed me to sit back and go, all right, you're the head coach of this academy, right? What has happened? And I realized that what happened was I had become the great cowboy. I was fantastic and great at just whipping all the kids into shape, and criticizing them and pushing them and slave driving them into success. It was a pressure cooker style. I had many kids who would cry at the session because I was working them too hard. Parents well-meaning parents who came to me and said, my kid is getting scared to come to sessions because maybe being a bit too harsh. And I said, you don't come here to have fun, you come here to improve. If you're not interested in improving, you're not interested in winning, then what are you doing here? And when we took that fall, it gave me a lot of time to sit back with God and look at it and address this. And I realized, come on, Jesus was the great shepherd. I'm not there to be the great cowboy. That's not what I want to be. I didn't want to be that anymore. He showed me what it meant to be humble, and so I sat down with some of the students and just told them exactly what I had learned. I want to be that person who will lead you into becoming the man or woman after God, becoming the person that God has intended for you, and helping you to fulfill and accomplish the dreams and the goals that God has for you, and helping you to honor Him and to honor God with our gifts that He has blessed us with. And these were for the Christian kids in our midst, and for the non-Christian kids, I told God, I'm going to start reaching out. Every person that comes into Ignite, I want them to know that number one, I love Jesus, and number two, that Jesus loves them. That's it. I'm going to share about Jesus and the love of Jesus with each of them, the way we interact with each other. One of the things in our academy that we value above improvement is character development. Ensuring that kids treat each other with respect. Each time they speak, they're building people up, not tearing people down. This is particularly important, especially with coaches. Sometimes we can become too critical, and in being critical, we actually break down a kid instead of build them up. And I pray with the kids. I share about how Jesus has impacted my life. Sometimes the kids are so cute because I would share with them stories about Jesus. They would come to the courts and go, "Coach, any new stories for us today?" And as they play the tennis, to always keep the focus on honoring God, keeping the focus when they come on the tennis court, that we honor God with our attitude, with our effort, and by using the gifts that He has blessed us with, and we use it to the best of our ability. I feel like I've entered into this new season in my life, or this new chapter where I have this deep sense of calling, that I want to fulfill God's vision and His purpose for Ignite, which is to be a place that is dedicated to sharing the love of Jesus and impacting people and touching the hearts of men through our tennis program. And I believe that sports is an amazing arena for this.